What is up, human debris and Gallahorn peacekeepers? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode, we're concluding Season 1 of Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron-Blooded Orphans. Last time, Tekkadan made it to Earth, where they met with Mika, who hires them to transport him to Arbrow, where he will speak in front of Parliament. The team also tried fish for the first time. This time, Tekkadan will fight Gallahorn as they make their way to Arbrow's assembly in Edmonton. Some of the family doesn't make it out alive, so let's get into this. Gallahorn ships approach Tekkadan's location in Oceania. They decide to take Mika and Kudelia off the island and head to Arbrow Parliament in Edmonton. They need to get a ship, which Kudelia says she will handle. Yamagi really wants to head back to Mars, but he knows Gallahorn will always be chasing him. Shino tries to cheer him up, but Yamagi is thinking about those butt cheeks. Ride Mass and Takaki plant some charges under the bridge. Kudelia asks Montag for a transport. He wants to use her, so this is perfect. Biscuit and Orga make amends, but there is still much they have to talk about after this battle is over. Like back on Mars, Biscuit operates Orga's command mobile worker. Damn, Biscuit's not just butter. This boy's got some beef. The Outer Earth Orbit Regulatory Joint Fleet moves in on aircraft carriers that look cool. Too bad there isn't any data on these bad boys. All I know is that they're called Gallahorn land ships. Here, enjoy the line art. This fleet is led by Corliss, brother of Orliss, the first person to get wrecked by Mika's mace. They begin their attack. Alright boys, no shirts during this battle. Mika whips out his special mace, or winch mace. This has a chainsaw. Barbie Gundam is in the 5th form ground loadout. It's the same but with the reactive chest armor removed. Mika tells Akihiro to follow his tingle. The fleet launches Graze ground types. The EB-AX2 Graze ground type is a variant of the standard Graze with large thrusters added for high mobility in Earth's atmosphere. It has an additional flight booster. The armor is lighter than the standard Graze, but can still utilize many parts of the Graze line for efficiency. Weapons include a 120mm rifle, which can be reconfigured into a short rifle, a battle blade similar to the Nightblade, and a shield. As the ground Gundams move in, Carta's Graze Ridders attack from the sky. Aji and Laughter handle the ground Grazes while Tekkadan handles Carta. Carta is in the Graze Ridder Commander type. The EB-AX2 RS Graze Ridder Commander type is Carta issue's personal unit. It is more or less the same as a normal Graze Ridder, with the exception of a larger head crest, slightly different chest armor, and longer shoulder thrusters for higher output. It also has red accents. Weapons include the 120mm rifle, reconfigurable into a short rifle, the Nightblade, and a halberd. It also has additional sensors and a glider unit. Everyone pose! Hey, no fair, Akihiro. Carta is playing by JoJo rules. That doesn't work on these kids. The team rushes in on Mika and Shino. Mika says, "Hey you, guy number 6 specifically, check out my mace." He breaks their formation. Poor random guy in the back thought he had it easy that day. Carta is being outmaneuvered by Tekkadan. Some ground Grazes break through the turbine's formation and attacks Akihiro, but he ain't having any of it. Ride Mass and Takaki spot mobile workers sneaking in from their flanks. The mobile workers attack and search for Kudelia, but there is nothing there. They self-destruct Makana's estate, taking out some of the foot soldiers. Kudelia and Makana are on the other side of the island with half of Tekkadan. As Orga and Biscuit make the retreat, Carta attacks the mobile worker with Orga on top. Mika comes in to help. It takes a moment for Orga to realize what just happened. Orga goes to check on Biscuit. Biscuit is fighting for Cookie and Cracker, and he fights until his last breath. Carta and some of her men are able to make their way while Mika is distracted by Biscuit. Tekkadan mourns his death. They wonder what they are going to say to Cookie and Cracker. Orga is in shock. Meanwhile, McGillis is sad that Carta didn't die in battle. Or happy? He's being too tongue-in-cheek. Isnario meets with Heinrich Fleurs, who is expected to be the next representative of Arbrow, as she has Gallahorn's support. Isnario is also the legal guardian of Carta after her dad fell ill. He has control over the Issue family and the Bodine family after marrying off McGillis to a child. Now he's trying to get control of Arbrow. Carta yells at Corliss, but they got word from Isnario and they need to pull out. Galileo doesn't want to put Ein through a Leia Vignana system surgery. They learn that Carta's mission failed. He shows Galileo a mobile suit frame that uses the Leia Vignana system. Everyone is mad and upset. Shino tells Eugene about Biscuit. Kudelia wants to change their course. They will head to Anchorage, Alaska, and take a Tewas freighter to Edmonton. Makana is also going to need his supporters to lobby for him in the meantime. Mika tells Orga, "Bitch, you better order me around." This gets Orga out of his slump after Biscuit's death. They head to Anchorage and transfer to a train. Isnario is willing to give Carta one more chance by defeating Tekkadan. on their way to Edmonton. Isnario says it was actually McGillis that wanted to give her a second chance. We flash back to Galio, Carta, and McGillis as children. She helped McGillis when he was at a low point, so he wants to help her in her operation. Makanai notes that the kids are out for revenge. Tewas delivered 20 Union mobile workers to Tekkadan. The Union New Model Mobile Worker is a variant of the Union mobile worker seen during the Dort Rebellion. It is equipped with a 40mm machine gun turret, a 7.62mm coaxial machine gun, and a 40mm grenade launcher. These do not have the Alea Vignana system. Maribet tells Orga not to drag the young children into this, but the young children says this is their choice. McGillis went behind Galio's back and turned Ein into a lab rat. He is now fused with Galahorn's Alea Vignana system mobile suit, the Graze Ein. The EB-AX2 Graze Ein is an Alea Vignana system mobile suit designed by Galahorn. For this to work, the mobile suit and pilot must be one, and Ein is essentially a brain in a jar. This allows the mobile suit to move at the speed of Ein's thoughts. This unit is very agile and has extended limbs for more articulation to mimic human movement. There are no cockpit monitors and everything is beamed into Ein's retinas. Weapons include a 40mm retractable shoulder machine gun, a custom large axe, a drill kick, a screen punch, and a pile bunker. This is also probably a glimpse into how people were treated during the Calamity War, which is why this is probably so taboo now. McGillis believes he and Ein will help reform Galahorn. Mika lets Orga know that Biscuit told him that he would never quit, giving Orga a little bit more closure. They detect Ahab waves. It is Carta's team. Carta goes off about her pride. They wonder how they found the route. Orga thinks that someone betrayed them, like Crank at the beginning of the series. Carta challenges Tekkadan to a 3v3 duel. She says they will give him 30 minutes. Mika says, "I'll give you my mace now." Carta says, "No, my pride." Mika goes low and gets a hit on Carta. "Check out this sweet kick and this chainsaw on my hammer." He beats her senseless while she babbles about honor. He then breaks her sword before he is able to kill her. Galio approaches and is Kamari's trooper. The ASW-G66 Kamari's trooper is the Kamari's final form designed for extended combat. It moves on all four of its legs in trooper form. A hover unit is installed on the rear skirt. Its main weapon is the Kamari's destroyer lance, which is bigger than the Kamari's lance. Other weapons include the Kamari's shield and the Kamari's saber. Mika goes to chase, but Orga tells him and the rest of Tekkadan that they don't have to seek vengeance. Galio retreats with Carta, but she passes away, thinking that Galio is McGillis. Tekkadan have been fighting Galahorn nonstop for 3 days. They have 6 hours to get Makanai to Edmonton. Orga and the mobile worker team pull back as they are running out of ammo. Meanwhile, the mobile suit team is able to push Galahorn back. They have lost quite a lot. Ride mentions that the rivers can be crossed with mobile workers. Ride wants to fight, and Orga allows it. He didn't want the younger kids to get involved, but they don't have a choice. Everyone begins gathering at Edmonton, along with Isnario. Orga wants Maribet to get the wounded and retreat. The rest are going to act as a diversion for Kudelia and Makanai. Maribet thinks this is stupid and their lives aren't worth this. But like what Orga said at the beginning, this is the freest they have ever been, and they are dying on their terms, which is living a merc life. Takaki puts on Biscuit's hat. "He's the new Biscuit. I'm calling you Cheddar Biscuit." Nutty, being the only other adult, also acknowledges that this is all really messed up, but he gets it. The kids should have never been put into this position, but unfortunately, these kids were. No amount of justifying morality is going to change that it happened, and these kids are allowed to exercise their free will because of it. Atra is Kudelia's driver as they are running out of men. She wants to do her part too. They move in to attack Galahorn. Galio pilots his Kamari's trooper. Dios goes down. No, Dios! Who's Dios? They're able to push past the bridge. That is when Eugene and his team come in to help the mobile workers. And Chad, don't forget Chad. A giant mobile suit approaches from the sky. It is the Graze Ein. They could tell by the reaction time that this has an Alea Vignana system. Ein takes down Aji's Rue. No, not one of the bitches. Laughter is on the defensive. Mika can't help because he is distracted by Galio. Laughter's Rue goes down as well. Ein then goes after the Rusei-Go, Crank's old Graze, and gets his revenge. No, not Shino. Makanai's caravan infiltrates Edmonton. They cut off LCS within the city. Ein moves into the city as well. Kudelia tries to stop a giant mobile suit with her bangs and her words. He attacks, but Mika comes in and protects them all. He is able to do so because Montag distracts Galio. He takes off his mask to reveal that he is McGillis. Orga, Kudelia, and Makanai regroup with Takaki and rush to Parliament. Ein goes, "So, there's this one guy. His name is Crank." Shino is still alive. Meanwhile, McGillis says to Galio, "Let me tell you about my ideals." What is with these people? He says that Gjallarhorn having the Graze Ein is proof of their contradiction. This is about bringing to light Isnario's corruption and his scheming with Heinrich. Galia realizes that he is using Ein and feels betrayed by his friend. The two fight. Makanai is able to make it to the assembly just in time. After dropping them off, Orga returns to the battlefield and Mika. McGillis tells Galio, "You know what, bro? I am going to bang your sister." He stabs the Kamaris in the cockpit and Galio goes down. The limiters are off on Barbados, so he lets the Alea system consume him. For the first time, his reaction time is faster than Ein's. "Oh, Mika, you good? You popped a blood vessel there." Makanai, still being the acting prime minister, gives Kudelia a platform to speak. Tekkadan launches drones to fix their LCS problem. That's kinda neat. Orga tells his men that their mission was a success and to not die here. Ein attacks Mika. Barbados purges the armor, revealing the frame underneath. This gives him a slight edge in speed, and he is able to slice off Ein's arms. Ein cries about Crank. Mika stabs him and shuts him up. Finally, a ceasefire is called. The elections are over, and Makanai was re-elected Prime Minister of Arbrow. He works out a deal with Kudelia regarding the half medal, and they hire Tekkadan as military advisors. Meanwhile, McGillis becomes head of the family and advises Isnario to step down and accept punishment. Welcome back to Daddy, bitches. Naze tells Orga to continue fighting for the ones they lost. Mika can't see well out of his right eye, and his right arm doesn't work, except when he is connected to the Alea system. He can still pilot the Gundam. Kudelia isn't returning to Mars with them. She says her goodbyes to Tekkadan, but people are still making moves in the background. But for now, Tekkadan returns home to Mars. And that will conclude Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans Season 1. In retrospect, after coming off of Witch from Mercury and GQ Magazine, it is nice to see a show that could pace itself properly. Plus, it was a simple story of just getting to Earth. They kept the story simple and allowed the characters to drive everything. Next season, we will see Tekkadan grow. McGillis becomes the head of the family, and we will meet other members of the Seven Stars. And Kudelia returns to Mars. There is also that thing that happens before Season 2. That thing? You know, that thing. We'll get to it. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember, don't go popping blood vessels. Peace.